Well, a stuttering start to the week on the local market. Earlier I spoke to Charlie Aitken from Bell Potter. Well, Charlie Aitken, the market was swinging around a bit through the day. How convincing was the rally it ended up with?
Yeah, interesting day, Ticky. The market opened down, rallied 50 points, then was down again, but it closed up 38 points. I actually think it was quite convincing. I just think there's a lack of selling around at the moment, like the sellers have been exhausted. You can see that the Dow futures are up about 100 points, so there's hope that Wall Street opens up. Currencies were strong. It was all risk on. So, here we are, 350 points above where we last spoke. Amazing.
The energy sector was quite a lot stronger. What was driving that?
Seems a pretty good correlation between the energy sector and better American sentiment. You can see the US jobs number on Friday night wasn't that bad. Oil price was up. Oil price seems very correlated to American sentiment, and the energy stocks did well today. So Woodside and Santos have been hammered, as had Origin, all doing better today.
Now, still with energy, uranium stock Extract Resources was the subject of takeover speculation. What's your analysis of that?
Well, probably the stock should never have traded this morning. It traded for about an hour, it was up 10%. There's press reports that Kalahari, who own 40% of Extract, are going to be bid for tonight in London. That would trigger probably a takeover of Extract as well. So they were halted mid-morning, but that also dragged up Paladin, the other unloved uranium stock. It put on 10%. At one stage, it was up about 20%, I think. So M&A in uranium, probably the bottom of the sector, and we might see a bit more of it.
Yes, and just on uranium as well, we've heard, of course, BHP Billiton has gained government approvals for the Olympic Dam expansion. What happened to the share price?
Well, it's funny, BHP underperformed today. Obviously, Olympic Dam's good news for them, but it's a huge capex spend. And I think there's also a little bit of a theory in the market that BHP might be lining up for another big acquisition. I don't have a clue if that's right or wrong, but BHP's underperformance today was quite noticeable, with resource stocks all doing very well. So just wait and see what happens there.
Could that approval have been priced in already?
Yeah, look, I think it may have been. Look, worries about the market's in this mood, Ticky, that if there's a takeover and someone's the buyer, the shares underperform. So even speculation that BHP might be lining up to buy something, just enough to see them underperform a little bit.
And I see Fairfax has secured a sale for its regional radio assets in both South Australia and Queensland. How important is that for Fairfax?
Well, it's interesting because it was announced, I think, about 3 months ago and only confirmed today. And I think the market was a little concerned that anything that was announced 3 months ago, not paid for by now, could have been a chance of falling over. But Fairfax have done that. It's a small positive. It's just another small divestment of non-core assets from Fairfax. Look, I think the market likes anything that Fairfax sells that's non-core. Remember, the company's running a big debt position, and the further it gets away from that debt position, the more the market likes it. So Fairfax shares looking a little brighter.
Charlie Aitken, nice bright note to end on. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Ticky.